Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be reacting, answering, whatever you want to call it, to your assumptions. So on Instagram, I posted saying on my story, if you don't follow me on Instagram, simplyhope12, go follow me. I'm terrible at posting, but I promise I'll get better one day. I posted on there telling you guys to leave assumptions for me, where you can put questions or whatever. I put one of those in there for you guys to drop your assumptions, and I got some good ones, so I cannot wait to answer them. I posted it twice just to make sure I got everybody's, and I did get quite a few. So the first one is, you like Ulta more than Sephora. And I would have to say this is true. Because I buy so much drugstore makeup, I think I like Ulta better than Sephora. I literally have probably bought like 3 things from Sephora before, which might shock you because I'm technically a beauty guru. Not really though. I'm still into makeup, but I'm still kind of stepping away from it a little bit. I'm not one to sit there and review all these collections that come out, but I do love makeup. But I do like drugstore makeup, and that's what I can afford, and so that's why I typically buy more drugstore instead of saving up and having fewer high-end, even though my collection is still pretty small. So that's why I like Ulta, because you can get more drugstore stuff. I have a Sephora gift card that I haven't spent yet that has $25 on it, so if you guys have any recommendations of what I should buy, let me know. But yeah, I would say I like Ulta more than Sephora, but I don't like, Ulta's website is a pain in the butt, but I also don't really like Sephora's website that much either, but I like Ulta's rewards and points system way better. Okay, another person said, you were raised religious and have continued your religion only because of that. And I would say, yes, I was raised religious. I was raised as a Christian. I've been going to church since as long as I can remember. But that is not why I stay religious. I'm still committed to following God and everything because of my choices, not just because of my parents. I'm kind of at that age now where I choose whatever, choose what I want to believe, and I choose to believe because there's no reason not to. That's my simple answer. You don't like avocados. I love avocados. I wonder, Jess, why did you get that assumption? I love avocados. I've really got into them this past summer, I think it was, because they were like a little bit more healthier, you know? And I'm a terrible eater. I would say I eat 50%. See, I don't even know if I could say I eat 50% healthy, because I eat healthy and then I eat a freaking donut. So I like to eat healthy, but a lot of times I just eat whatever's available to me. So, and I'm terrible at working out, so that's hopefully not going to catch up with me later, but it probably will. I do like avocados. I love guacamole, and I like to put avocados on, but I don't eat bread because gluten kind of bothers me. Gluten and dairy. I don't eat dairy. Well, I have ice cream once in a while, but I really stay away from dairy, like cheese for sure and milk for sure. Once in a while I'll have a smoothie with yogurt, or sometimes I'll have a little sour cream, and ice cream is what I'll eat, but I do still get affected by it. But dairy, cheese and milk make me nauseous. Gluten also makes my stomach churn a little bit, so I usually stay away from breads as much as I can. A lot of times I will eat English muffins. I know they're still bread, but they don't bother me as much as like normal bread. And I'll put avocado with salt and pepper on there, and it's delicious. I try to eat avocado in breakfast, so if I have eggs, or if I even have hash browns, I know hash browns aren't that healthy, but I like to incorporate avocados, especially in breakfast. Another assumption is that you can't wait for college but still deciding what your major will be. Okay, so I have been going back and forth about where I want to go to school, what I want to major in forever, and especially now it's crunch time because I graduate in June from high school, and I still don't know. I've been accepted to a few different colleges. I'm not going to really talk about where or anything. I just don't really feel like sharing that. Maybe eventually I'll share where I go, but right now, just because it's still a deciding factor, I'm not going to really share where. I've been accepted into places, and so it's just whether I want to enroll or not. I don't know. I'm having a hard time deciding. I think I have one school in mind that I like. That's I think that's what I'm gonna go with, but I don't know what I want to major in. I might do something with media production because of the video editing. Obviously I'm into that, and also I do make videos for my brother's hockey team, which I did mention probably this past summer in a video. I do make videos for my brother's hockey team throughout the season, and they're these really cool intricate editing. I've never posted this intricate editing on YouTube. My videos on YouTube are not really that edited. Usually it's just because they're simple sit-down videos like this, which I do like editing, but I do get sick of it. I get sick of editing the talk-through videos like this. Usually I like the ones that are more cool, take a while, but then again, those take me forever. I don't know if I just would want to do that for a job, just to sit and stare at a computer all day. I don't know if I would want to do that But if I were to go into media productions, I would want to get a business minor probably and run my own business. Or a communications degree. I thought about something with that. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. For a while I really want to do interior design, but I think that's more of a hobby. I do like criminal stuff, like the criminology, criminal justice, but I just don't know if I could go into a career with that because I do want to be a mom, and so that's kind of like a major thing for me is I want to be a mom and I want to have quite a few kids, and so I want to be able to maybe be a stay-at-home mom at one point. I don't know. I mean, it all depends on like who I get married to or whatever, but in jobs, and if I want to have a lot of kids, and obviously you have to have money coming in. So it all kind of depends, but of course I'm going to college. I'm going to get a degree for sure, but I just don't know exactly what. And back to your question, or to your assumption that I can't wait for college, I'm excited to get out of the house because I feel like it's time to move on. I've also thought about community college and staying here where I live right now and doing community college and focusing on YouTube still, but I think it's just time for me to get on my own feet and move out. So I'm thinking that I don't want to live in a dorm. I've never had a desire to live in a dorm. So if you guys have tips for moving into a dorm, things that'll make me feel a little less stressed, not stressed about it, but just maybe a little more excited about it. Everybody's like, oh, that's so fun, but I don't know, I've just never been like that. But yeah, I would say that I am excited, but I'm also not ready because the other day we had a whole class meeting. They talked about the next meeting we have is going to be for graduation, and I think all of us were just like, what? Because it's just crazy. So I'm not ready to graduate because I don't know what I'm doing, but I am kind of ready to get out of the high school stage because I'm sick of just the high school pettiness. Another person said that you're an absolute sweetheart most days. Well, if you would talk to my dad or my dad's girlfriend, they would probably tell you otherwise. Well, it's kind of hard for me to answer this because it's like myself. My mom passed away 4 years ago. It's just my dad and brother and I, and so like if I go to my brother's hockey stuff, I'm kind of there like the older sister, the mom. So I'm around a lot of adults. I would say that a lot of adults do, and like I don't want to be like, oh, all the adults love me, but a lot of adults do really like me and they think I'm a sweetheart. But I mean, everybody is a little devil child sometimes to their parents. So I don't know how to answer that. Somebody said, not to be rude, but I've assumed that you've never had an official serious boyfriend. And then I also got another one that said you've never had a boyfriend. I think that's really funny that you guys think that. So I am dating somebody right now. We've been talking for about 7 months now, but we've officially been dating for 2. Yeah. I don't know why. I think that's really funny that people were saying that. So yes. Okay, let's backtrack. So before this kid that I'm dating right now, okay, you know in high school when the kids call them like a thing? I never liked to call it that, but I did talk to this one other kid, this boy, for like, honestly, we were friends for like a year and a half, solid, like good friends for a year and a half, but we never really dated, but we did kind of pretty much dated. I mean, we kissed. So, I don't know, but that didn't last very long. That was not a good ending for me. That put me kind of in a bad spot, and it kind of really ended. I've never talked about this on my channel. Whoa. It kind of ended in July and especially like August, and it was talking a little bit on and off, but by September it was pretty much done and over with, and it really kind of put me in a bad spot. Not that it was like a horrible, like, oh my gosh, we're not talking again, but it was just kind of like I started getting fed up with how I was being treated, and I started to realize, like, why am I dealing with this? I don't deserve to be treated like this. And then around that time, this is why it's like, everybody says, like, God's timing is perfect, because you never see this person coming. So a lot of people are constantly waiting, like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to date again, I can't wait to whatever. And you're just sitting there waiting for this person, but you're like, constantly thinking about it, you won't see it coming. And that's what's so weird, is because this kid that I'm dating right now, I could probably tell you his name, Isaac, I never saw it coming. Like, it was like, I've known this kid for 11 years. We used to ride the bus together in elementary school. I used to sit with his sister on the bus in elementary school, and we were like best friends, and I was in 5th grade and she was like in 1st grade, and he's in my grade. But like, we always joke, like, this is 11 years in the making, because in 1st grade we rode the bus together. So like, I've gone to school with this kid forever, like since elementary school, 1st grade. So I've known this kid for this long, but it's like, we've never really been like, I mean, friends. We rode the bus together. We weren't like, oh, best friends that we hung out. Like, I didn't really talk to him constantly. Like, I didn't really Snapchat him or text him or whatever. We follow each other on social media. We see each other in school. If we have a class, we would talk to each other. But, like, we're not, like, we're just kind of acquaintances where we go to school together. That's how it was. But then back in August, we started talking because he plays tennis and so do I. And so then in the summer, my school got brand new tennis courts, and so they had lights at night. So then we would go and hit because I was trying to get on the varsity tennis team, which I did. But me and my friend Hallie and him would go and we would play tennis, and that's how it all started. And it was just like a little thing like that. Like, I never saw it coming. I was never going for him. Like, I was never like, ooh, I want to date this kid. Never. And I think he kind of was like that because I think he had a crush on me. He definitely had a crush on me in first grade. And he's definitely, he would never admit it, but he definitely has always had something there. But it's definitely, yeah, he really pursued it, and it took him like 3 months. 3? More than that almost. He knew how I was with relationships because of when that one ended, and then he kind of came in and just, it was just crazy. So I don't know why I'm telling this story. I would always say, like, you never see it coming. And I knew people would tell me that, and so I'd be like, oh, like, you don't see it coming, whatever. I don't know, like, people in the tennis, like, some girls would always tease me, like, oh, there's Isaac, like, whatever, are you guys dating yet? And we both were always like, no, like, we're not gonna date, we're just friends. And somehow it happened. So I could bring him on my channel if you want. He's been on a couple of videos in the beginning because of FaceTime. But yeah, that I never saw coming. But it started, we officially started dating in December. But we had been talking pretty much seriously since October on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. But yeah, so it was pretty much like I was talking to this kid, never really officially were dating, but kind of were for a couple months. And it ended up just the way he kind of treated me, I just didn't, it wasn't right. And so when that kind of ended, I was kind of in a rough spot, and I didn't really trust relationships, and I think Isaac could see that, and he still pushed through and was like, you can trust me, like, I'm not gonna do anything to you. So yeah. You're super sweet and kind. Also, you're amazing at hair and makeup. Well, thank you, Casey. That was very sweet of you, and thank you. Somebody, okay, now it says, you're very quiet in school and you get all your homework done. So, okay, I wouldn't say I'm quiet at school. I would say that I used to be more quiet until, like, last year, and especially this year. I don't know, I was on homecoming court for my school, so I feel like I'm not like I'm the popular kid or anything. No, no, no. But I would say people know who I am, and I feel like I talk to quite a few people. I used to be a lot more shy, and a lot of kids are. I think I definitely have grown out of that. I'm not the type of person, this is why I say I like having Isaac with me when I go places, because he's so good at bringing up conversations, but I'm not. I'm not one to be like, one to start conversations. If somebody starts a conversation with me, then I'll kind of talk and keep it going. But I'm not one to be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, I'm not one to be like that. But I definitely wouldn't say I'm like that quiet in school. I definitely like hang with people and chat, and like during passing time I'm talking. I don't really go like right to class or anything. So I wouldn't say I'm quiet, that quiet, especially at school. And it says you get all your homework done. Well, I got the homework I needed to get done for tomorrow. I did it before I started filming. But yeah, I usually get it done on time. But if I have like a project, like I have this project I have to do for my English class, and it's not due till like Wednesday and it's Monday, I'm not doing it right now. So I don't really procrastinate, but I would say that I just do what I need to get done, like when it needs to get done. I don't really work ahead most of the time. But oh my gosh, with all this college stuff, I have a huge list of stuff that I need to get done. I assume you don't have to try to look pretty, you just always do. Thanks. Even though sometimes your makeup seems like a lot, you still rock it. Some of these aren't assumptions, some of these are just people's thoughts, which, thank you. I don't really wear a lot of makeup though to school. That's kind of funny because he used to go to my school, the one who said this. So I don't really wear a lot of makeup to school, but I do wear, like when I'm filming and taking, it could be because of the picture I posted this. So that is kind of a lot of makeup that I was wearing in that picture. What I'm wearing right now is what I wore to school today, which I don't even have foundation on today. Diana, which I dearly love, she's my friend, she said, you love the cold. Well, if you guys know, no, it wasn't last week. 2 weeks ago, we had like we had 3 snow days, a 2-hour delay. Last week we had two 2-hour delays. We're supposed to get more snow tonight, so we might have a 2-hour delay or cancellation tomorrow. I do like winters. I used to say like, oh, I love winters. But right now, I am so ready for summer. I wouldn't say I like the cold. I don't like, because we had school cancellations because it felt like -50 below, and it was like -30, -20, -30. It was really bad. I wouldn't say that I like the cold or love the cold. Did she say love? Yeah, no. I wouldn't say I love the cold. I don't really like the cold either, but I like the seasons changing. I like having snow, which is kind of fun, but at the same time, like, it's February and now we're getting all of our blizzards and snowstorms. Like, I'd much rather have them in November and December. It would be kind of nice to have the snow kind of stop by January, February, for sure February. So we always get like those April blizzards, and half the schools that have prom in the end of April get snow for their prom. I wouldn't say I love the cold, Diana, but I do like the seasons changing. I think if it was hot, I really don't love the heat that much. Like in Minnesota, like I love having summer and I miss it right now. Like I don't really like being cold. Like going outside is kind of miserable. But I also would say I don't love 90, 100 degree weather all the time. I think I would not like that. I got a rival of the sisters because I was at Isaac's house yesterday and I was talking to his sisters and his family about this video, and so then they started having a battle on here about who the favorite sister is, because he's got 2 younger sisters. So he's got Bella and then Ava. So Bella's the older of the 2. And Ava said your boyfriend's littlest sister is your favorite, and Bella said your boyfriend's oldest sister is your favorite. And then Ava also said Ava's better than Bella. Well, girls, I have to say, I don't have a favorite because I like both of you individually for who you are. I do bring up Bella once in a while because she's the one that's into makeup. She's the older one, and then Ava is the younger one, but Ava's just cute. Ava's the one that I used to sit with on the bus. I love both of you. But yeah, so those were all the assumptions. I know this video was a little bit longer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed being the casual in my room. I've been slacking on posting videos, so this video will probably go up tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you stick around. Let me know any video ideas you have down in the comments. I do have a list of videos. Would you guys like to see a favorite Christian music video? Let me know down in the comments. I put a poll on my Instagram like a few weeks ago, which I kind of forgot about until I was looking back on my archive posts, and a lot of you guys said yes. Would you like to see that? Or I can just do like my favorite music, because I always include music favorites into my favorites videos, but I didn't do a favorites video for January just because I just didn't have time. So I'll do a January, February one towards the end of February here, which I do have some new products that I've been loving, and I will include music in that. Would you guys like to see a separate favorite Christian music video? Because I do have a lot of favorites that I've been listening to lately. So let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.